Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, my desk is officially a battlefield for 2025's tech giants. If you have a budget in the premium mid-range, $1,200 to $1,600, and you're hunting for a gaming laptop equipped with the latest RTX 5060 graphics, you're definitely torn between these two beasts. On my left is the Acer Nitro V 16S AI, model ANV16S4-1-R2AJ. This machine is shaping up to be the new price-to-performance king from Acer, boasting a massive 32 gigabytes of RAM by default and the intriguing AMD Ryzen 7 2600 processor. And on my right, the ASUS ROG Strix G16 2025 edition. The Strix G series never disappoints with build quality, and this year it brings the heat with the Core i7-14650HX and blazing fast Wi-Fi 7. Both run the RTX 5060, but their design philosophies and hardware choices are worlds apart. Should you go Team Red with AMD for efficiency and value, or Team Blue with Intel for raw power? Let's break it down in this detailed comparison. Let's start with first impressions. 2025 marks a significant maturity in design language for both Acer and Asus. Acer Nitro V 16S AI. Acer has shed the cheap plastic reputation of the old Nitro series. The V16S AI sports a flat, modern, and somewhat business-casual aesthetic. Materials: the lid, Surface A, is aluminum, feeling cool to the touch and premium. The new Nitro logo is laser-etched and subtle. Gone are the flashy red accents. The chassis is still high-quality plastic to keep the weight down. Weight and size. This is a huge plus. It weighs only about 2.1 kilograms, 4.6 pounds. For a 16-inch gaming laptop, that is impressively light. You can easily toss this in a backpack for school or work without breaking your back. Vibe. It screams stealth. You can take this to a meeting, then hit a cafe for some gaming without drawing too much attention. ASUS ROG Strix G16. Conversely, the ROG Strix G16 screams to the world, "I am a gamer." Materials: ROG Strix build quality is Tier 1. The chassis is incredibly rigid, dense, and premium. There is zero flex on the keyboard deck or lid. Weight. The trade-off for that tank-like build is weight. It comes in at around 2.5 kilograms, 5.5 pounds. And that's not counting the hefty power brick. This is more of a desktop replacement than a portable daily driver. Vibe. Pure cyberpunk. We have the wraparound RGB light bar, the glowing ROG eye, and bold slash patterns. If you love standing out in RGB customization, the ROG Strix wins hands down. Round 1 verdict. If you want thin, light, and minimalistic, winner is Acer Nitro V 16S AI. If you want tank-like build quality, RGB, and aggressive looks, winner is Asus ROG Strix G16. Both laptops utilize the golden 16:10 aspect ratio, giving you more vertical screen real estate for productivity compared to the traditional 16:9. Acer Nitro V 16S AI. Specs are a 16-inch WUXGA resolution IPS panel. Refresh rate 180 Hz. Acer has pushed the standard beyond the usual 144 or 165 Hz. For competitive shooters like CS2 or Valorant, that extra smoothness is a nice touch. Quality: 100% sRGB color coverage. This is the baseline for 2025. Colors are vibrant, and brightness sits around 300 to 400 nits, which is decent for indoor use. The bezels are also noticeably thinner. Asus ROG Strix G16. Specs are a 16-inch FHD Plus 1920 by 1200 IPS panel. Refresh rate 165 Hz, slightly lower on paper than Acer, but in real-world usage, the difference between 165 and 180 Hz is negligible to the naked eye. Tech. ROG's strength lies in panel quality control in G-Sync support. If this is a ROG Nebula display, even the base models are good. Brightness often hits 500 nits, making it superior for bright rooms or outdoor use. Round 2 verdict. Draw. Acer wins on raw refresh rate numbers, 180 Hz, but Asus typically edges out on maximum brightness and color depth. Both are excellent for 1080p gaming. This is the most critical section: architecture. Acer AMD Ryzen 7 260. You might be asking, what is a Ryzen 7 260? This is part of AMD's rebranding for 2025, likely based on the optimized Hawk-Point Zen 4 architecture. Config: 8 cores, 16 threads. Pros: the 4nm process is incredibly efficient and runs cool. Single-core and multi-core performance is rock solid, without thermal throttling as quickly as Intel chips. AI: the highlight is the integrated Ryzen AI NPU. While games don't fully utilize this yet, but for tasks like webcam background blur, noise cancellation, or running local Copilot tasks, this chip is efficient and saves battery. ASUS Intel Core i7-14650HX. This is a raw performance monster. The HX series is desktop-class silicon shoved into a laptop.
Config: 16 cores, 8 performance cores plus 8 efficient cores, 24 threads. Power: the sheer core and thread count allows the i7-14650HX to crush the Ryzen 7 260 in multi-core benchmarks, Cinebench R23, video rendering. Turbo clock speeds are also aggressive. Cons: heat and power consumption. To get the most out of this chip, you need to be plugged in, and fans will ramp up significantly. Round 3 verdict: pure gaming. Close call. Most games rely on single-core speed, where both excel. Heavy work, render, 3D, virtual machines. ASUS ROG Strix G16 wins decisively due to the higher core count of the i7-14650HX. Efficiency and thermals: Acer Nitro V 16S wins thanks to AMD's optimization. Both machines sport the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 laptop GPU with 8GB VRAM. Note, in this 2025 context, we're looking at the new generation, likely Blackwell architecture, possibly utilizing GDDR7 memory. Technology: huge leap over the RTX 4060 due to memory bandwidth. GDDR7 allows for much smoother texture handling at high resolutions. We also get better ray tracing cores and potential support for DLSS4 or newer AI frame generation tech. TGP, total graphics power. ASUS usually unlocks the TGP to the max, for example 115 watts plus 25 watts dynamic boost equals 140 watts. This squeezes every drop of FPS out of the card. Acer, due to the thinner chassis, Acer might cap the TGP slightly lower, for example 110 to 120 watts to manage heat. However, with the 60 class cards, the performance diminishing returns between 120 and 140 watts are real, usually only a 3 to 5% FPS difference. Both will crush AAA games at high/ultra settings in full HD+. This is where I lean heavily towards Acer for value. Acer Nitro V16S AI. RAM comes with 32GB DDR5 out of the box. In 2025-2026, 16GB is the bare minimum. Games like Hogwarts Legacy or heavy multitasking eat RAM for breakfast. Getting 32GB dual-channel pre-installed is a massive value add. You buy it, you use it, no upgrades needed. SSD, 1TB Gen 4, plenty for 5 to 7 massive AAA titles. ASUS ROG Strix G16. RAM, only 16GB DDR5, usually 2 8GB sticks. This means if you want to upgrade to 32GB later, you likely have to discard your old RAM sticks, which is wasteful. SSD, 1TB Gen 4, comparable to Acer. Round 5 verdict: Acer Nitro V16S AI wins by a landslide. 32GB default RAM is a huge competitive advantage, ensuring smoother multitasking and future-proofing without extra cost. ASUS ROG Strix G16. This is ROG's playground. It features ROG Intelligent Cooling, Tri-Fan technology. A third auxiliary fan directs airflow to the GPU and VRAM. Liquid metal, applied to the CPU and often the GPU, conducting heat significantly better than standard paste. Vents, massive exhaust vents surround the rear. Result, maintains high clock speeds for hours without throttling, even with the hot Intel chip. Acer Nitro V16S AI uses a traditional dual fan layout. While Acer has improved intake airflow through the keyboard, physics is physics. Being thinner with only 2 fans, the Acer runs warmer under heavy render loads. However, thanks to the cooler AMD chip, gaming temps remain safe, 75 to 85 degrees Celsius. Round 6 verdict. ASUS wins. If you game for 12 hours straight, the ASUS cooling system is superior and more durable. Wi-Fi. ASUS, equipped with Wi-Fi 7. This is the future standard. Lower latency, higher speeds, and better stability if you have a compatible router. Total future-proofing. Acer, Wi-Fi 6 or 6E, still very fast and sufficient, but aging compared to 2025 standards. Ports, both are fully loaded. HDMI 2.1, USB-C, DisplayPort or PD, USB-A 3.2, and RJ45 LAN port. However, Acer places critical ports, power, HDMI, and LAN at the back, which keeps your desk setup clean and mouse hand free of cables. Acer mostly uses side ports. ASUS, 90 watt-hours, a massive battery capacity, but because it's powering that hungry Intel HX chip and a bright screen, real-world non-gaming usage is around 4 to 5 hours. Acer, 76 watt-hours, smaller battery, but thanks to the efficient Ryzen 7 260, the Acer can actually match or beat the Asus in light tasks, YouTube, web browsing, potentially hitting 5 to 6 plus hours. After this intense battle, here is the breakdown. 1. Buy the Acer Nitro V16S AI ANV16S-41-R2AJ if you...
Value is priority. You want the best specs for the money. The included 32GB RAM is an undeniable steal. Portability matters. You're a student or commuter. 2.1 kilograms is the sweet spot. You prefer stealth, clean design that fits anywhere. Team Red fan, you prefer AMD's efficiency and cooler running temps. Buy the ASUS ROG Strix G16 2025 if you need raw CPU power, you are a video editor or 3D artist needing the i7-14650HX's multi-core might. You value build quality. You want a laptop that feels premium, robust, and has top-tier cooling, liquid metal, 3 fans. You want the latest tech, Wi-Fi 7, and deep RGB customization. Desktop replacement. You rarely move the laptop from your desk. My final take, in 2025, if strictly for gaming, I lean towards the Acer Nitro V16S. The 32GB RAM provides an instantly smoother experience without needing upgrades, and it saves you money. However, if you are a hybrid creator, editor/gamer, spend the extra cash for the ASUS ROG Strix G16. The CPU power and cooling headroom will pay for itself in render times. Which team are you on? Team Red Acer or Team Blue ASUS? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cutting-edge tech reviews. Peace.